Hi everyone, welcome to my channel here. We're doing a compatible reading because it's Gemini season and we're going to do Gemini and Leo. So a little bit about them, and of course I like to always bring up a famous couple in that combination, which is John Kennedy and Jackie Kennedy, and a little bit about that. The society event of 1953, Kennedy's wedding united very different personalities. JFK, being a tough politician, expected Jackie to fit into his world, and as a classy first lady, she did. And even the rumors of this infidelity. Okay, a little bit about the Gemini-Leo combination. The outside world views this relationship as sparkling and radiant. Wow. Okay, Gemini's an air sign and Leo's a fire sign. Combination is an explosive mix, especially in romantic. There is also an ease of interaction here that promotes ease in others. The relationship is governed by the elements of water associated with feelings, and its focus is empathetic. This point to the relationship's more private side, which the world is not permitted to see. Feeling and emotions often swirl in love and relationships between these two, but are ultimately kept under control by their good sense and objectivity. Both of them tend to be detached and cool in personal matters. The relationship magnifies this trait, making it hard for them to admit to the depths of their feelings, which are capable of being extremely deep and passionate. Further, although empathy is high between them, they may ignore or even use it manipulative weapon to gain ascendancy. This can be the relationship's control tragedy, cutting off its best parts for the sake of control and power. The relationship objectivity may speak better in marriage than but both partners are more likely to hold fast to the former than to the later, and can even come to depend on it as an anchor in their lives. The security of marriage, however, does not guarantee faithfulness. Both Gemini and Leo are likely to stray where their confidence in this relationship less great. They might remain more faithful, although neither member is known for nurturing capabilities and devotion to children. Their matchup boasts these tendencies. The pair can make excellent parents, so they can make excellent parents. Friendships and work sibling matchups are unlikely to be harmonious here. Leos usually demand more in such relationships, and Geminis are prepared to give. Furthermore, the lion will give of its legacy, steadfastness, and faithfulness only up to a point. The point being the moment when he feels a less responsible person, possibly a Gemini, is taking advantage. So, interesting. And the advice here, it says, be more honest about your feelings, beware of control and power trips. Never take your relationship for granted. Discharge responsibilities. Interesting there. Um, hanging in there. The success of the relationship will depend on the Gemini's ability to acknowledge the Leo as the boss in appropriate situations. Interesting. If this is possible, a rocky road lies ahead for the two, assuming they wish to travel it. Both partners may be so determined to make this relationship work. However, they will be willing to compromise. Leo will be understanding, and the Gemini need for freedom, and the partner for criticizing and making demands. Well, Gemini may give way to Leo where a leader is required. Meanwhile, keeping hold of the reins of power through planning and behind the scenes decisions making, these two may see eye to eye on fighting injustice or oppression. When united on the front, they can be unstoppable. Interesting. Romantic relationships here can be satisfying for both partners, particularly Leos are demanding and will put Gemini's stamina to the test. Wow. Okay. Not all understanding. They will also keep a tight leash on Gemini, who will not enjoy facing their ultimatums. If anyone is guilty of dispute or double standards, it may well be the Leo. Flexible Gemini are probably more promising and forgiving. Interesting there. Marriages and work partnerships, Leos will hold up their end of the bargain. Expect Geminis to do the same. This may or may not be wise, for too often Gemini will tend to lean on the powerful partner to get things done. Moreover, the Leo can be long-suffering, even if one day they realize that they have made a bad choice. Or scattered Gemini, they will often hang in there and continue to shoulder the relationship responsibilities. Leo may actually prefer Gemini to be absent a lot of the time. Arguments over money are likely to plague this pairing. And friendships and siblings, the relationship can work out well for these two, as long as Gemini complaining or criticism does not push patient Leo beyond their limits. Okay. And the advice: try being more diplomatic. Compromise can be made. The impossible possible. Be aware of your limitations. Insist on equal participation. Very interesting. And here's a little bit more. The aggressiveness of both of these partners is likely to mask or supplement the relationship more intimate aspects. Verbal and even physical encounters are likely, especially between young siblings and friends. The attitudes may be a healthy competition simply expresses ironic that or put downs of this kind can be dangerous if they result in lowered self-image, which becomes more probable when parents or teachers utter them to their children or students. Both parties will need to be tough to survive in the relationship, but a realistic attitude urges those who can stand the heat to go get out the kitchen. Interesting. Love affairs are likely to be scorchingly intense and even destructive. If the partners can get out of this relationship intact, they will go on to future liaisons, wiser and more experienced in marriages. They are unlikely to agree on who's the boss or to make necessary compromises. Air fire combinations like this one, Gemini being an air sign and Leo the fire, can be dangerously explosive with outbursts, but anger suppresses. Leo depression may result, or the Gemini may escape into other things, or drinking, and then that may work for a while, but will ultimately prove frustrating and fragile. One solution is for each of the partners to establish in their own important life areas. So, to limit their shared activities to mundane ones that do not require strong leadership. Friendships and work colleagues may be form rivals and mutual respect. Changing fortunes have washed up in the same side. These relationships may also go in the other direction. However, with respect disappearing, no one would describe this relationship as nice. No love seems to be lost here, yet it is honest and candid. Its partners wouldn't want it any other way. Their mutual dislikes of phoniness underline this point. And the advice over here: translate combat into competition, play by the rules. Your enemy may be a friend in disguise. Agree on areas of expertise, minimize stress. So, interesting there. So that's a lot about the combination of Gemini, which is Gemini season, and Leo. And please like and subscribe below. Thanks for any donations, large or small, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.